Welcome back. Now, as Nigerians wait for the Supreme Court's verdict after the 2023 elections, a former secretary to the government of the Federation, SGF, Babachir Lawal, says that the candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, won the February 25th presidential elections and not Bola Tinubu as declared by the electoral body, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Lawal rather said that available data as aggregated from several independent sources indicated that Obi got the majority vote while Atiku came second in the elections.
And of course, in a swift reaction, APC says the former AGF statements rise from an old festering wound bordering on the choice of vice president-elect after Bola Tinubu selected Kashim Shettima as his running mate instead of Lawal himself. The National Publicity Secretary of the APC, Felix Morka, expressed concern over Lawal's remarks, emphasizing that making statements about a case before a competent court of justice amounts to contempt. Here on Breakfast Central to analyze the statements made back and forth is Ife Salako. He's a 2023 Labour Party candidate for the House of Assembly, Alimosho constituency, Lagos. Welcome, Ife Salako, and thank you very much for joining us. I'd like you to please unmute your device as you respond to the conversation. I'd like to ask first, did you foresee, I know that the Labour Party does strongly believe that your president, Peter Obi, or your principal, Peter Obi, did win the elections. That's what the Labour Party does believe. But did you foresee this statement coming from Babachir Lawal? And how is the Labour Party receiving this statement?
Well, it is clear that people who are close to government and who are close to APC, they knew exactly what transpired during the 2023 presidential election. We on this side, we do not know as much as they do. In recent past, Professor Wole Soyinka had, said in some interviews that he was sure that Peter Obi lost at the election. But I dare say that our dear professor would know less about politics and the rudiments of politics compared to someone like Babachir Lawal, who is really into the game, who knows what it is and knows how to set this in motion in the first place. So it's not a surprise for me. I don't think it is a surprise to the Labour Party because, from what played out during the 2023 election, it was clear that His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, won the 2023 election. And I am in Lagos. I am born here. I live here. I'm not a child in 1999 when we returned to the Fourth Republic. And we have seen the trade of how the electoral process has been playing out. We knew that 2023 was going to be a game changer. And prior to the election, we are in different circles. And you can tell from your little circles, from the grassroots, from conversations in the markets. I contested in that election. I campaigned at the marketplaces. I campaigned, in different gatherings, including major official gatherings. And I can tell you, from the marketplace to different gatherings of intellectuals and all, it was clear that everybody was going to vote for His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. And of course, when the election came and then we saw how it played out, the clearest reason we would know that what Babachir Lawal said was true is that Mr. Peter Obi won in Lagos State. A Lagos State that has been held down by a single party for 24 years was won by someone that they discarded, that already been discarded as in, it was just someone that they say like, oh yeah, he's just playing around. He was called social media president, he was called Twitter president, but he won the election in Lagos. As a matter of fact, before Babachir Lawal, a PDP chieftain had said in the past, right on the after the election, 2 days after the election, that the result that was declared, the 580 something result that was declared in Lagos was wrong. That from the PDP units, they got over 900,000 votes for Mr. Peter Obi. So if Babachir Lawal is saying now that His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi won the election, it's just buttressing, the fact of, what happened and what we all witnessed during that election. So it's not a surprise to me. It's not a surprise to the Labour Party. It's just a confirmation of what played out. If I don't know, if Professor Wole Soyinka is not sure, but I believe Babachir Lawal knows exactly what he's saying. He's in their circle. He knows what played out.
Well, Mr. Salako, I mean, what about the argument of those who would say that this is really just water under the bridge? There's really no need, going back and forth about who won or who didn't win because, well, INEC has, declared a winner. The courts have also, at this point also declared, that there's nothing wrong with the process, and the current president, still is, president. Yes, there's a Supreme Court that Nigerians are still expecting, but, well, isn't it too late?
Oh, yes, I mean it's not about winning election. I mean we the supporters of Mr. Peter Obi, we follow him for a particular reason, and it is that he exudes credibility. And for that reason, it is also in his words. You can hear him say it here, you can see him act it here and there. He has said it. It is not about winning an election. It is about the process. If we say, oh, because it has, INEC has declared Mr. Chief Tinubu, Chief Bola Tinubu, as it were. If we say that because INEC had declared him as the president and we all should just keep quiet and move on, what about the process? We must question the process. Every civil organization, every progressive society must hold process, system and process must be held, in the highest esteem. The moment we jettison system and process, proper system and process, for anything goes, for, it is done and nothing can be, changed, then we are not ready to progress. We're not ready to move from where we are to the next level. So let's say that Peter Obi, right, maybe, let's say he did not even win the election, but we all know that the process was not clean, it was not clear. INEC had said that this is how we're going to run this election. We all believed them. They came out several times to tell us that they are going to transmit the results in real time. I am not making this up. Professor Yakub said it himself. Their representatives said it severally on TV at different forums. So what are we seeing? It came out on the election day. They were doing something that is in total contrast to what they said and to what the electoral guidelines were. So we are saying that how did this person, how did Mr. Tinubu, Chief Tinubu as it were, how did he lose Lagos State and then is winning in other places? Look, we're all politicians. If you are in politics, your grassroots, they say politics is at the grassroots. If you lose your grassroots, if you lose your home, right, it is hard for you to win in other places. So whatever it is, we're ready to face what the outcome of this is, but we must question the process. We must be sure it is done absolutely in the best interest of the nation and in total accordance with the Electoral Act.
All right. We're also talking about, and it's important that Nigerians ask questions, and you're well within your right to ask questions and question the process. But let's talk about the Labour Party and what exactly is going on there. Would you say that the Labour Party as it stands is currently united? They say that a house that is divided within itself cannot stand. What exactly is going on within the Labour Party? The conversation about alleged impersonation of your principal, Mr. Peter Obi, using his younger brother's UNN certificate, although that has, of course, been debunked by the spokesperson of the Obidati campaign. It does seem like, and they have blamed the Lamidi Apapa faction for being the one that is trying to make him a bad product before the Nigerian electorate. But I want you to, if you can't speak on that as well, but speak on exactly what is going on within the Labour Party. Can you say that this party is united as it stands? Is it united enough to be able to face the opposition at the Supreme Court?
So I'll take it from the last part of your question. Is the Labour Party united enough to be the opposition? I can tell you categorically that the Labour Party of Nigeria right now is the only opposition party that we have in Nigeria. I know that very sure and clearly that the PDP and the APC is seen as the same as one because what transpired between the APC and the PDP is clear. The PDP was in government and then the APC came and then everybody in PDP moved to APC and then back and forth. So we know that there's been an influx of other people into the Labour Party, but there is something that is really, really unique about the Labour Party is that for now, and I repeat, for now, the Labour Party stands to be the one that questions the process of everything that is being done. The Labour Party wants everything to be done the way it is, to follow the right process. And a party that is ready to follow the right process is the right party for anybody to support and to go with. So I am telling you categorically that the Labour Party is the only opposition party that we have in Nigeria. But coming to the internal issues of the party. Of course, amongst the 12 disciples of Jesus, there is a Judas. There are loads of people who I would say migrated to the Labour Party. All because of the Peter Obi aura and what he's doing politically. And so we would find people come around and they will disagree. I'm not sure there is a particular political party in the whole world that do not have their internal issues. We saw what happened within the Republicans in the US, where some Republicans, a whole lot of them, voted to remove their speaker. So you would say that in Nigeria, a lot of people expect that once you belong to a particular political party, you cannot speak against what is wrong about the party. Yes, you have the right to speak against it. You have the right to even vote against whatever is wrong about your party. So the Labour Party would have its issue. It's a growing party. But
there's the argument. Apologize. There's the argument that Labour Party, of course, it does have the energy of Nigerians who want a better country, who want a better, nation for themselves, and that is seemingly the power behind Labour Party. But there's also the argument that there are people who are taking advantage of, that. Crowd, taking advantage of, what the Labour Party seems to offer them. And you can see every time they can Harry going to register a Labour Party because they feel that that's the party that can help them win and eventually going to disappoint, the people who voted them in. In the House of Reps, there was, the talk about 160 million naira SUVs that I haven't seen any Labour Party House of Rep member come out to reject or to speak against in order to, of course, save money for the country. So how would you react to that there's people who have really just been opportunists and taken the Labour Party flag as their vehicle to power?
Well, that's absolutely inevitable. People are going to take advantage of whatever seems to favor them. It is human instinct. We cannot rule that out. And so, yes, there are a lot of people who have done that. There are quite a number of them presently who are holding different political positions, who leverage on the Peter Obi political stance to get to where they are now. And of course, what I know that the Labour Party is doing right now is to come back, take it back. All of these things that has played out during the election, right now the Labour Party is trying and doing everything to make sure that the structure is stronger internally. And I can say categorically that all of this talk of, there is a faction here, there is a faction there, it is to de-emphasize the strong and solid structure that the party is creating and working on now. The framework that would help everybody who wants to be part of the party to come in, but at the same time to maintain the structure, to maintain the fundamentals of what the people that are in the Labour Party that are championing the cause right now, to keep it that way. So we're doing everything internally to create that structure, and we will continue until we get it right and almost perfect. It will never be perfect anyway.
Ife Salako, thank you so much for your time with us this morning. It was great to have you, and we wish you and the Labour Party all the best.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here.